All right, so hello. So today we're going to be talking about scale drawings. We know that whenever we do a drawing, we're stuck to usually a piece of paper, right? But we might be drawing a little house, just a little shack, or we might be drawing a big mansion, or even the International Space Station. You might be drawing something really big or something small, right? Sometimes even our scale drawings will be a drawing of a cell, a thing that's too small to really examine in any real sense. So every time you see a scale drawing, it's fit to a piece of paper. So we're usually going to measure it in inches, right? So for example, you'll have a scale and it will say something like every 1 inch represents maybe 4 feet, right? So every inch is 4 feet. If I draw a box, when I measure it is 3 inches by 2 inches. We know that's going to, every inch is equal to 4 feet. That's also going to be, where's my colorful marker? Right over there. That's also going to represent, well, if every inch is 4 feet, 8 inches will be 8 feet, because that's 2 times 4. And every 3 inches is, 3 inches will be 12 feet, right? Now, this is nice and simple because we have just the 1 and the 4, okay? And that's pretty cool. But the thing is that it won't always be that simple. Another example we can look at maybe is if every 2 inches matches to 3 feet, right? And if you'll look at this assignment here, you're going to see that Charlotte wants to paint a mural. Now, a mural is like a painting that's directly on the wall. It's not on a canvas or a piece of paper. It's painted onto the wall. It's like graffiti, right? But someone paid for it. So we have, in this example, it was a poster board. It was in this direction 20 inches of paper, and in this direction 36 inches of paper. Now we're going to be using a scale factor here to find the actual size of my real painting on the wall, right? So every 2 inches is 3 feet. Now something you can do here is you set up, this is our scale factor is an example of what we call a ratio. And for right now, you can pretty much think that ratios work the same exact way as a fraction. So all the rules we've remembered so far for fractions will also apply to ratios. As a matter of fact, I can even just write it as 2 inches over 3 feet. Now, I want this to be equal to a fraction for each side, right? So, see my 20 inches? I'm going to set it equal to 20 inches will be equal to some number of feet, right? And here's how I want you to do a lot of these. Almost all of them, really. When we have 2 inches for every 3 feet, 20 inches, we want to find what's in our denominator, okay? Right? Now, to find a missing value, we're going to use our cross multiplication. So when we do cross multiplication, we multiply the 3 to the 20, and we get 60, okay? So that'll be 60. And we multiply the 2 to the x, we get 2x. We set them equal to each other, 2x equals 60. 2 times x here. So to reverse the multiplication, we're going to divide the 2 away. Remember, our goal is to get x by itself, and 2 is bothering x. So we got to get 2 out of the picture, okay? So we divide 2 away. 60 divided by 2 is going to be 30. So we get x equals 30. Okay? So x equals 30 in this case. So my drawing, my painting here, on the paper is 20 inches. But in real size on the wall, it's going to be 30 feet. Okay? Now, with that said, we can then work out the 36 inches. And we can use the same method. My 20 inches up here can erase away. And I'm going to replace it with my 36 inches and use the same method. That's still 2x there. So do 3 times 36, you'll work it out, and it'll be 108. So now 2x will equal 108. And we divide both sides by 2, just like we did with the other kind. And we get x is 108 divided by 2 is my x. But 108 divided by 2 is just 54. And so my answer for this side here is 54 feet. Now, the question here wants to know the area of the wall. Now, this will help us understand, like, for example, how much paint to get to cover that area. And if we want to cover this area of 30 feet by 54 feet, to find the area, we know area is equal to length times width, which will be my 30 times my 54, which when you multiply that out, you'll get 1,620. So my unit here, feet times feet, that's going to give me square feet. So my area, and area is always represented in terms of square units. So square feet, square miles, square this, square that. That's going to be your area units. And in this case, it's square feet. If we measure the drawing, just the drawing on the paper, that'd be square inches, because it's inches times inches. And anything times itself is squared, right? So anyway, that's that side, and we get that amount. I want to talk real quick about number 3, and that'll end my video. For number 3 on the back side, we've got my marker on the floor. We have a drawing that looks like this. Little section cropped out here. All right, looks like that. And we see this is 5 this way, 3 this way. No, backwards. 3 this way, 5 that way. This is off the top of my head here. You got 3 this way, 1 that way, 1 that way, 1 half, 1 half. And then I believe we had 1 here and 2 there. And a half here. Oh, no. This was, I have to check again. It's not super important, considering what we're about to do. Yeah, okay. So this was 1 half, that was 1 half. This is a perfect drawing. You can tell I'm kind of drawing this sort of rushed. But yeah, this is 1 half. That's 1 half. This here, that side is 1, and that side is 1 half. Okay? You can also say that this side here is also 1. So if you were to try to look at your formula sheet and find the formula for a weird shape like this, you wouldn't be able to find anything. There's no formula for a shape like this, but there is a way to break it down. There's a lot of ways to break this one down. Some of them are better than others, and by better I mean less work. Some of them are less work than others. You could divide it into vertical chunks, and you notice when we do that, we get these rectangles. So we've got a rectangle here, got a rectangle here, rectangle here. For any of you who decide to go into calculus, this will actually become a very powerful tool in that field, in that area of study. But that's going to make with 4 rectangles. There's a way to do this and get only 3 rectangles, and that's if I slice like that and like that. So now we got this big rectangle here. We've got this little rectangle here, this little rectangle here, okay? So we find the dimensions of each of these rectangles. I'm gonna say this is like a bedroom. That's gonna be like a closet. And that's gonna be like the restroom, Okay. I would say bathroom, but BR is already taken. So we've got these 3 rooms, and we can find the area of each room. Now in the question it says we got 1/8, right? Now earlier I told you just to multiply by 8, but my trick here will work, my fraction trick will work here as well. So if every 1 inch is equal to 8 feet, here 3 inches is going to be how many feet? Right? So you can multiply here, get 8 times 3 is 24. I'm going to put an x here for consistency. You get 24 here, and 1 times x is x. So I don't have to divide anything. 1x is just x. It's just an x. It's 1x. My x will equal to 24. So ultimately, I'm really just multiplying 8 by 3. So this direction will be 24 feet. If I make this a 5 for this side, I do 8 times 5 is 40. So x equals 40 here. So this side is 24 times 40, which is 960 square feet. Okay? Now that gives you that side, this chunk of it. You're going to find your 3 areas. So you find your bathroom, you find your closet, and you find your restroom. You find all 3 of those areas and you add them together. And that'll be your total area. And that'll give you the right answer. And if we'd sliced this up any other way, that would have also given you the right answer. It all measures out to the same area. So that concludes sort of what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful and helps you complete the assignment. As a reminder, I am going to be inputting grades finally for the report card. If you're still struggling with everything's on sale, you'll find that video on this YouTube channel as well. Just click on my channel name and you'll find the video on the everything's on sale assignment. So hopefully that'll help you there. So I'm gonna be checking in for grades. So try to get those in. Otherwise, after this week, after about Monday or Tuesday, there's really no going back. There's no correcting those grades. But anyway, thank you for watching, and enjoy your weekend.